You wake up early, grab your phone, and send that good morning, full of good intentions. Minutes pass, nothing. Hours, silence, then desperation kicks in, and you send another message. Hey, how are you? Like a silent scream into a digital void. And before you know it, you're at rock bottom. You've become that guy. She ignores without a second thought. But what if I told you there's a way to flip the script? That with 7 specific phrases you can stick in her mind without seeming desperate, without begging for attention, and best of all, without having to plead for a reply. The truth is, 99% of men make the same mistake. They believe consistency wins a woman over, when in reality, it's the emotional impact that makes her look at her phone and think of you. Even before responding worse. If you've been sending generic messages, she probably doesn't even remember your name right now. But calm down. This isn't about manipulation. It's pure psychology. And today, you're going to discover the message that makes her reread your text 3 times and still smile to herself. The mistake that ruins your image and how to fix it in 5 seconds. Why most guys fail, and how to be in the 1% who master the art of communication. If you're tired of being invisible, hit like now, because this video will change how you communicate forever, and subscribe to the channel. Because what you're about to learn is so powerful that if she still doesn't respond after this, the problem isn't. Let's get started. Secret number 1. The message that makes her reread your text 3 times. Have you ever sent a good morning and got a good morning back? So bland, it would make even Google Assistant's heart sink. The problem isn't the message, it's what it doesn't provoke. Generic phrases are like water in the desert. Everyone needs it, but no one remembers where it came from. The real art is turning the ordinary into something unforgettable. And that's where this first emotional weapon comes in. Imagine her opening her phone and reading. Didn't even need coffee today, just remembered what you did with that look. Yesterday. See, you didn't say you missed her. You didn't ask for attention, but you planted a question she needs to solve. What look, when did he notice something? I didn't. Her brain goes into detective mode. And guess who becomes the most important case of the day? But here's the catch. This message only works if you know the exact right moment to send it. And the worst mistake you can make now is thinking you can just copy and paste. Because if she hasn't had any recent contact with you, it backfires. And what was meant to be intriguing turns awkward. Want to find out how to nail the perfect timing. Wait until you see secret number 2. Because this is where most guys crash and burn. Secret number 2. The warning that flips the entire power game. Most men ask permission to take up space in her mind, but those who really stand out simply announce that they're already there. Think about it while others ask, did you sleep? Well, you say, just a heads up, I'm going to steal a few minutes of your thoughts today, and I'm not asking for permission. This isn't a message, it's an emotional coup d'etat. You leave the audience and become the main focus of her attention without asking for a license. What makes this phrase so powerful is that it combines challenge with charm. You're not being aggressive, you're being inevitable. Women are bombarded daily by hesitant men, and when someone comes along who speaks with this kind of confidence, he becomes unforgettable. This message works like a magnet because it touches on 2 deep desires: to be desired and to be challenged. And the best part, you do it without sounding like a soap opera character. But beware, this approach demands congruence if you send this message, but then anxiously wait for a reply. The whole effect is lost. The true power lies in sending it and going about your day as if there's no doubt about the impact you made. Want to know how to maintain this attitude, even when she doesn't respond right away. Secret number 3 will show you exactly how to turn her silence into an advantage comment below mental mastery. If you want to receive at the end of the video a bonus technique on how to tailor this message for different types of female personalities, I'll select some comments to give personalized examples. Secret number 3, the compliment that turns her into an emotional benchmark, saying, "You're beautiful" is easy and forgettable, but turning your presence into the standard that defines whether a day is worth it. That's an art. The message, if today is half of what you are, it's already worth getting out of bed, doesn't just compliment it. Positions her as a measure of value. You connect her existence to your inner world in a way no cutie ever could. The genius of this phrase lies in reverse psychology. Instead of telling her how you feel about her, you show the effect she has on you. This activates a powerful mechanism. People believe more in what they discover than in what they're told. When she realizes she sets your quality standard even unconsciously, she starts asking herself, what is it about me that causes this? And that question, my friend, is the beginning of everything. However, there's a deadly detail. This message loses all power if used too soon. Sending it before she already sees you as valuable is like trying to light a match in the middle of a hurricane. Timing is everything. And secret number 4 will reveal how to read the signs that show exactly when she's ready to receive this level of impact. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and hit the bell now, because at the end of the video, I'll reveal the secret list of the 3 perfect moments to use this message, and one of them will completely surprise you. Secret number 4, the confession that blends vulnerability and mystery. Saying someone affects you is risky, but showing that this effect changes you for the better. That's seduction at a master level. The message, there's something about you that messes with my routine and fixes my mood, still trying to figure it out, is a psychological masterpiece. You admit impact, but keep control. You show feelings, but preserve mystery. This combination is lethal. What makes this approach work is that it plays on 2 feminine sides: the desire to have emotional influence over a man, and the attraction to someone who doesn't completely unravel because of her. You're basically saying, you move me, but you don't break me. And that's captivating. The part still trying to figure it out is especially powerful because it turns you into a puzzle she wants to solve. But here lies the danger if you don't balance it. Right? This message can land you in the friend zone. In the blink of an eye, there's a thin line between showing attractive vulnerability and seeming emotionally dependent. And the differences in one single element that secret number 5 will uncover something 96% of men completely ignore when trying to be deep in secret number 5. The warning that masks an explosive compliment. When you say, watch out there, the world isn't ready for someone who affects me this much. You're not just sending a good morning, you're delivering a package of emotions wrapped in fake concern. This message works because it touches on 3 female needs: to be powerful, to be protected, and to be exceptional. You're basically saying she's so impactful, she poses a risk to you. The trick here is the role reversal. Instead of putting yourself as the hunter, you position her as a force of nature, something that demands caution. This triggers the female instinct to prove she deserves this danger. She starts wondering, what is it that I do to make him like this? And when a woman thinks about the effect she causes, you've already won. But there's a secret within the secret. This phrase only has real impact when used after she shows some minimal interest. Sending this out of the blue is like shooting in the dark. It might hit, but probably won't. And when you miss with a message like this, the cost is high. Secret number 6 will show you exactly how to read the hidden signs that indicate the perfect moment to drop this bomb. Secret number 6, the message that turns her silence into a weapon, while most men get nervous when she doesn't respond. You can use that silence to your advantage with, if you don't reply, that's okay. Just wanted you to know. Today, again, you were my first thought. This message is a masterclass in emotional autonomy. It shows interest without need, affection without clinginess. The power of this approach lies in what you don't say, by giving her permission not to respond. You remove all the pressure and, paradoxically, increase the chances she will. It's like opening the cage door, suddenly flying free seems less urgent. You demonstrate emotional maturity, something rare nowadays, with all the games and ghost. However, the magic only works if you are truly at peace with the possibility she won't respond. If there's any trace of anxiety behind the words, it backfires. And this is where the most crucial factor of all comes in something secret. Number 7 will reveal with a truth that will completely change how you see communication and attract secret number 7. The golden rule that separates ordinary men from unforgettable men. In the end, all these messages revolve around one principle: words don't win her over. Emotions. You can memorize 1,000 beautiful phrases, but if you don't know how to touch the invisible spaces in her mind, you'll just be another face in the crowd. The difference between being remembered and being ignored lies in the ability to turn letters into experiences. The true master of communication understands that every message is a small psychological work of art. It must create mental images, spark healthy doubts, and leave a taste of, I want more. When you master this, you don't even need to worry about messaging every
day, because the ones you send keep echoing in her mind for weeks. And now comes the most important part. Everything you've learned today is not about manipulation, it's about strategic authenticity. Because the moment you internalize these principles, your words naturally come loaded with this power. But does this work in every situation? Remember when I said I would reveal how to calibrate the message from Secret 2? For different female personalities, here it is. If she's more reserved, add a touch of humor, and I won't ask for permission. Just a heads up, I'm terrible at following rules. If she's outgoing, intensify the challenge. And I doubt you can get me out of your head before lunch. Personalization is key, and now you have the template for those who commented. Mental mastery note this, the 3 perfect moments to use. Secret 3 are 1 after she shares an achievement, 2 on cloudy days or during heavy routines, when emotional contrast is stronger, and 3 when she posts something vulnerable on social media. These are the hidden triggers that multiply the impact and the bonus technique promised in Secret 5. If you've made mistakes in the past, use the strategic reset, wait 7 days without contact, then send Secret 6 as if nothing happened. This recalibrates the dynamic because women judge more by your last move than by your old mistakes. As for Secret 7, the final truth is, yes, it works in any situation, but only if you abandon the magic formula mindset. These messages are weapons when used with authentic confidence. If she still doesn't respond after all these strategies, the problem isn't you, it's incompatibility. Men of value don't beg, they move on. And for those expecting the most surprising moment from Secret 3, promised in the CTA, it's when she cancels plans with you. Send if today is even half of what you are in that context, and watch how the game changes, because nothing sparks more interest than being valued, right when a complaint is expected. If any of these messages made sense to you, share in the comments which one you'll try. First, I'll personally reply to the most create leave your like if you discovered today that the problem was never the good morning, but how you said it, and subscribe with the bell. Because in the next video, I'll reveal the mistake that makes even experienced men embarrass themselves, a behavior pattern that 97% of men don't even realize they have until it's too late. Until then, remember, communication is power. Use it wisely.